So this clip is about girls. I initially didn't want to make this clip because maybe some of the girls I'm dating will see it and they will know how I think. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna do it despite of this. They see it, it is what it is. Like, you know how Khabib Nurmagomedov was in MMA? You knew already what's in his mind. He was trying to put you down and mold you and submit you, but you couldn't stop it anyway. You could prepare for it, but you couldn't stop it. The same with me. Don't give a fuck. So anyway, the topic is how to make girls worship you, because at the end of the day, this is the goal for every guy in a long-term relationship. So the goal in a long-term relationship, one of the goals, is having the woman respect you, and the level above respect is her worshiping you. If you don't have this, what will happen is she will be rude, she will talk to other men, she will not care about the limits you set, she will prioritize her friends over you, she will not obey. So if the woman doesn't respect you or worship you, a lot of bad things will happen. So most guys in relationships, they're in relationships where all these things I've mentioned happens to them. The girl has friends that she cares more about than the guy they're with. The girl has her own plans. The girl is disrespectful. The girl talks back, all this bullshit. So now I must tell you how to create the perfect relationship. And I'm gonna probably talk about 10 points that I wrote down that are the most important. And I think if you tick more than half of these points, you're gonna be okay. Now I'm gonna tell you exactly the whole setup of having a woman that works. So first of all, choose the right person. You can be the biggest G on earth, you can be the most masculine guy, you can be the most dark-tried guy. If the woman you're with is a rotten apple, nothing will work with her. There's some people that no matter what you do, they won't obey, they won't respect you. They're simply stupid. And another aspect is being above that girl in terms of attractiveness. If the girl is a 9 and you're a broke guy, you'll never get worshipped by her. If a girl is super beautiful, everybody wants her, but you're like a straight up loser, have to go to your job, you're super busy, you have all these problems, it's very hard to get worshipped. So in an ideal scenario, you need to be, let's say, 2 points above her. These are the best relationships that work. So first step is choosing the right partner. A partner that has good character traits, and secondarily, you're above her. The second thing you need to do is to sleep consistently with girls who are younger or more attractive than her. Women don't like cheating, they complain about cheating, but if you manage to have sex with women that are attractive and they're younger than your girlfriend, they will respect you. You will show them you're a worthy opponent. You're somebody that gets pussy, and this will make them afraid of losing you. It sounds harsh, but this is the reality of the game. If your girlfriend doesn't feel like you're capable of finding somebody more attractive than her or as attractive as her, she will believe she has the power in the relationship. This is the reality. It's like in a business. If your boss knows that you will never be able to get a better job, he won't care about you. But if your boss knows you're very smart and capable and can easily get a higher paying job, your boss will treat you way better. He will accept everything from you. It's the same with relationships. It's human nature. Because women respect men that cheat as long as they cheat with baddies. So let's say you have a 25-year-old girlfriend and she heard you're talking with this 19-year-old who everyone likes. It's different kind of respect compared to you talking to some fat girl that's less attractive than your girlfriend, or even worse, you having no options. This is a bad scenario. Hard to be worshipped by the woman in this scenario. 3. Like her less than she likes you. The ideal relationship is where you're a little bit disgusted about the person you're with. When I say a little bit disgusted, sounds a little bit weird, but when I say this, it means you're not impressed by the woman you're with. You're not the type of person who says to everyone, yeah, have this perfect relationship. I've been waiting all my life to meet a girl like this. If you're in a situation like this where you overestimate the qualities of the girl, you'll never get respect. The ideal relationships are where you're with a girl that you can replicate all the time. A girl that's not special. necessarily. And she likes you more than you like her. She sees you as God, she sees you as somebody worthy of respect, but you see her as somebody normal, you don't really care. When she messages you, you don't have this urge to text her back, it's easy for you to ignore her, you don't have to force yourself. You're not like extra jealous because of her, you're not that impressed with her. If you're super impressed with the girl you're with and you put her on this pedestal like she's the best girl you can get, it will never work in your favor. The next thing I want to talk about is you need to choose a woman that has more problems than you. If you want to have the power in your relationship, if you want to get worshipped, ideally you're with somebody who's busier than you, who has less money than you, has more family issues than you, who experienced more trauma in her childhood compared to you. So if you're this guy, come from a normal family and your parents are together, ideally you're somebody who's from a broken family. Or if you're a guy making a lot of money, ideally you're with a woman that's not as rich as you. Or if you're a guy who has lots of free time, ideally you're with a woman that has some responsibilities, has to go to university, has to work. Because the opposite of this, of a woman having these problems, is a woman with super high vibration. Imagine a woman that has money, looks, is young, has everything. This woman will have a super high vibration and you cannot control her, you cannot get along with her because she doesn't care. She's like always confident, doesn't give a fuck about men, she's high of life. If you're with somebody that's high of life, it's very hard to handle her. It's very hard to have a normal relationship. Now, I'm not saying you should choose some sewer rat. You shouldn't choose somebody with so many problems that it makes the boat go slow. Somebody who's like a liability in your life. This is also a mistake. If you're with somebody who has all these family issues, it's her mom is sick, you have to pay for her mom, she's depressed all the time, it's not good. You need somebody in the middle, somebody normal, somebody who has a normal life, has like some job, doesn't have like crazy money, had some problems growing up. You don't need somebody with lots of problems and you don't need somebody who's like with no problems. The girls with no problems, cannot control them, they're super high vibration, and the girls with a lot of problems, they become a liability. You have to pay left and right. You have to comfort her all the time. She has like trauma, too big trauma. So get somebody in the middle. But if she's a beauty queen with no problems, she will have that, like women say, that black cat energy. She will be super annoying. She won't be the type of girlfriend that will worship you. She will be just somebody you're fucking. The next thing I want to talk about is be more primal. So there's this trend nowadays that if you don't get along with your girl, or if it's some argument, you should ignore her, you should do like no contact. This doesn't work for a lot of girls in this generation. Oh, no contact. They don't understand that you're annoyed. You have to address the elephant in the room. So like if a girl fucks up, pull up in front of her house, have a conversation with her. Pull up there, I want to talk with you. I don't like this and this and this. Be more direct. All this no contact, I'm ignoring you, hoping you will understand. This doesn't work in reality. In reality, you need to address everything and you have to defend your position every time somebody does something unfair to you. If you accept a little bit of disrespect and ignore it, it will get worse and worse. So ideally, you're more primal, you go there and talk like a man, you address the issue, you're upset when something bad happened, so it doesn't happen again. If you ignore it, it will get worse and worse. So I'm not a very big fan of this whole no contact. It doesn't work. Just pull up there and talk to the girl, or call her 1,000 times. I want to talk to you. We're together, I want to talk to you. If you don't do this, kind of bullshit. Girls don't understand. You ignore them, nothing happens. You have to be direct and explain the thing she did wrong. Another aspect is remain emotionally independent. Most men, when they get in relationships, what they do is they spend the most amount of time with their girlfriend, they stop talking to their friends, they stop visiting their family, and basically they live with the girl, and the girl becomes their best friend, the girl becomes their confidant, the girl becomes the person they gossip about their friends with, and the girl becomes the person they go to when they're in trouble. So when they're in trouble, they're a little bit depressed, they need those hugs, they need those moments together. If if you're in this situation, it would be very difficult for you to break up with your girlfriend. So ideally, you divide everything into multiple places. Like, keep your girl for being a girlfriend and have your group of friends. Have the guys you call when you have a problem. Have your family close. If you have your family and your friends close, you will never become obsessed with a woman. She has to be the one obsessed with you, not the other way around. She has to be the one who sees you as her best friend, not the other way around. Ideally, she doesn't have lots of friends and she depends on you emotionally. But you, if you depend emotionally on the girl, you're doing yourself a disservice. You'll never have the girl worship you. The seventh thing that's super important is keep female orbiters around you all the time. Ex-girlfriends, new girls, female friends. Keep in contact. Get attention from multiple women. You need to keep your aura strong. You need to keep your swag on. If for a few years you disconnect from any other woman and you just focus your attention solely on your girlfriend and she's the only person on the opposite sex giving you attention, then again you're doing yourself a disservice. You have different swag, a different aura when, let's say, from time to time you have sex with your exes, or when you go on a date with some girl, or you flirt with a girl from work. Have a different aura. Don't care that much about your girlfriend. You don't become a simp. You're still in the game. You're sharpening your skills, your tools. Then when you break up with this girl, then you can easily go on dates, talk to girls, you have options. You're not there stuck, isolated. So keep female orbiters even if you don't cheat. Just like flirt. Don't be the type of man who's like super obsessed with one girl. You're doing yourself, again, a big disservice if you're like this. Eighth point I want to talk about is don't live with a woman full time unless you're in monk mode. So yeah, if you're in monk mode, in certain situations for let's say a few months, you're forced by the circumstances. It's okay to live with your girl. Maybe you don't have money, maybe it's easier this way, she can cook, she can help you around. But in an ideal scenario, live by yourself, you can talk to girls on the phone, you can talk to friends on the phone, not caring that your girl is listening. You can have friends around, you can have girls around. Your girlfriend will be jealous, she doesn't know what you do. You're more free this way and it gives you more power in your relationships. If you see your girl twice a month or once a week, then you have more power than if you see her every day, and it becomes boring, it becomes mundane. It becomes like a normal sexless marriage that broke people have nowadays. You don't want this. Like, if you analyze, most people that have long-term relationships, they move together the first 6 months, 1 year, it's okay, and then they stop having sex, then it's no drama, then the girl gets bored, and then they break up sooner or later, or the girl cheats. So ideally, you keep the drama going on and you keep having options by living by yourself. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive. Yeah, you need a little bit of money to do this, maybe. But now we're talking the ideal scenario. I'm talking all these principles, and at least you can apply a few of them. And when you're in the position of power, when you make money, you can apply every one of them, and you'll have like a relationship that suits you, and everyone will say like, bro, it's crazy. You can do whatever you want in this relationship, blah, blah. So now we're talking the ideal scenario. 9, never see your girlfriend as the final destination. This is another mistake. These guys who get married and they see it as, yeah, we'll be together forever. You put so much pressure on your shoulders when you think like this. When you say, yeah, bro, I'm just married now, have this girl. No, you have to see her as a stepping stone. Like, she's just a step in your journey. You're going with her from point A to point B, from point B to point C. You have to foresee a future when you'll be stronger, when you have more money, when you have more popularity than you have right now, where you have access to even better girls, or you will break up with her and find somebody better. Even if this won't happen, it's smarter to think like this. Like, imagine an athlete, a football player, plays in Germany, and imagine him saying like, yeah, I'm so grateful, I play at Bayer Leverkusen. No, most athletes, the best ones, they think, yeah, I want to play at Real Madrid. And if they play at Real Madrid, they say, yeah, I'm not satisfied, I want to win the Champions League. And if they win the Champions League, they say, yeah, but with the national team, I want to win the World Cup. If you're satisfied with what you have, and if you see it as the final destination, and if you're grateful for it, unfortunately, you're doing yourself a disservice. Because most of these girls you're with, they don't see you as a final destination. So you can be with your girlfriend, can lie to you, yeah, we'll be together forever. But the girl girl is thinking of like being with somebody else in the future, when she talks to her friends, most of the time these girls don't say like, yeah, he's the perfect guy, he will be the father of my children. They don't take it seriously. They probably have other plans. They probably think in the future you guys will break up, you'll be with some millionaire that gives her $10,000 a day to spend on shopping. They have all these plans. You need to foresee this and have your plans. Don't think like, yeah, this girl will be my wife. If it happens for her to be your wife or the mother of your children, it's great. But don't start with this thought in your head. It's a big mistake. The next point, don't claim her publicly unless you have kids together or a business. So when you're with a girl, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is like saying to everyone, like, yeah, she's my main chick, yeah, like talking like this. See those losers, like some celebrities, when they go on some podcasts and they talk there, yeah, this girl is the love of my life, we'll be together forever. And again, you're putting so much pressure on your shoulders. You're talking positively about the girl, and maybe behind your back she's talking to other guys, or maybe you have a temporary breakup and she's flirting with people and replying to messages. You never know. It's a chaotic life. Yeah, wait until you have kids together. And if you have kids together, then yeah, you cannot avoid saying like, yeah, she's the mother of my children. We have 2 kids together. Or if you have a relationship like that guy, Alex Hormozy, with his wife, where they're building a big company together and they're working together, yeah, then you're partners, then you're making money together, is different. But most of you guys, you don't make money together, you don't work in the same company as your girlfriend, and also you don't have kids together, and you're putting her on such big pedestal, and you're putting pressure on her shoulders, and you can feel super embarrassed if you talk positively about a person and then the person disappoints you. And I've seen this with friends. They were talking about their girl. Like, yeah, this chick is on lock, this chick is great, she does this and this for me. And then out of a sudden they break up, and then they feel like losers because they were talking to everyone so good about the girl. It's not a good situation. The next and final point is, if you want to get worshipped by a girl, you need to upgrade yourself constantly. So this might be one of the most important things. You upgrade yourself constantly in terms of finances, in terms of your social life, in terms of even your looks. You go to the gym. In every area that matters, if you upgrade yourself constantly, then the girl will see you as somebody she doesn't want to break up with. It's a problem if you, let's say, you start a relationship now and 4 years from now you're in the same exact spot. You're in the same exact situation, you make the same money, you're the same person. Because the girl, when she starts dating you, she has expectations from the future. She has all these plans. And if she sees you're not a hardworking guy, you're an idiot, it's more chances she will lose respect for you. Also, when you level up, let's say you start the relationship with a girl from a position of being a 5 out of 10. And then in 2 years you become a 7 out of 10. Then in 2 years from now you have more money and you're more popular. The woman you're with will try harder to impress you and will try harder to please you, because she sees the threat. She knows, okay, this guy, now he's on fire, now he can get pussy. She understands this, she will see it. But if you're not doing this, if you're losing in life, if you're in a bad spot, then it's hard to get all this respect and to be worshipped. The first thing you need to do in order to upgrade yourself as a person, I think it's 2 things. You need to focus on money, having some skills, and secondarily, you need the right friends. You need some shortcut, you need people who are more successful than you, and people who are in the same industries as you. So for example, if you want to make money online, or if you want to make investments online, or if you want to learn from older, wiser people than you, I think the best solution for you is to join my private community, Rich Gang. You have a link in the bio. You also have a link towards my Telegram channel. I write there every day. So I expect you to message us and join Rich Gang. It will definitely change your life. And we also have a refund policy. If you don't have results, you get your money back.